Dr. Shraddha Uttari.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to the final day of 8-day online NEP Orientation and Sensitization program. Each session of the past week has brought us closer to understanding how we can reshape and revitalize our education system to meet the needs of the 21st century. From multidisciplinary learning to technology integration, skill development, and inclusive education, this program has provided us with a roadmap to effectively implement NEP's principle in our institution. As we conclude this meaningful journey today, let us reflect on the knowledge we have gained and focus on how we can translate it into action. We are honored to have with us esteemed speakers who will share their final insights, reinforcing the key takeaway and inspiring us to be a catalyst of change in our respective fields. I encourage all of you to make the most of today's session, actively participate, and engage in thoughtful discussion. Let us ensure that the impact of this program extends beyond its eighth day and into our classroom policies and academic practices. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome and heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished speakers, organizers, and participants for making this program a great success. Wishing you all an insightful and rewarding final session. And for that, I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Priyanka Singh, our today's organizing co-coordinator and assistant professor botany department, GDC Badaun, to welcome our today's chairperson as well as resource person. Dr. Priyanka, please join us, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good afternoon to our distinguished resource person, chairperson of today's both session, participant from different state of the country, and team member of this teacher training program. Today, we have two esteemed resource persons who will enlighten us on crucial topics related to the National Education Policy 2020. During session 1, Professor Sajid Jamal from the Department of Education, AMU, will discuss holistic and multidisciplinary education as envisaged in NEP 2020. In session 2nd, Professor Sarika Vashne, chairperson of the Department of Sanskrit, AMU, will speak on Indian knowledge system. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our chairperson of today's Dr. Ajay Kumar Tiwari. Dr. Tiwari holds a PhD in chemistry from GB Pant University and is currently working as assistant professor at Uttaranchal University. With 12 years of academic experience, 2 years of administrative and research experience, and 1.5 years of industrial experience, Dr. Tiwari has published over 38 papers in peer-reviewed journal for 58 citations. He is a member of American Chemical Society and the Royal Society of Chemistry, and his research focuses on molecular modeling, organic synthetic chemistry, nanotechnology, and green chemistry. Dr. Tiwari has guided 5 master's students and 2 PhD scholars and has achieved the Young Scientist Award, Best Paper Presentation, and Runner-Up Oral Presentation Award. His work significantly contributes to sustainable green environmental chemistry practices. So I would like to request Dr. Tiwari to chair both the session. Thank you.
May I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I am really grateful. I am the part of this FDP program. The respected dignitaries, guests, and the participant, it is the honor to introduce Dr. Sajid Jamal as an embedded scholar and educator, currently serving as a professor in the Department of Education at Aligarh Muslim University. With over 24 years of teaching experience, he has made a significant contribution to the field of teaching education, educational psychology, assessment, and the evaluation. Professor Jamal has authored 7 books, contributing 10 books, chapters, published 30 research papers, and developed 5 psychological skills in the domains of education. His extensive research has focused to the organization committee and teaching effectiveness and innovating teaching methodology. He has played a key role of academic administration, having served as a controller of examination at Maulana Azad National Urdu University, where you are doing so many things. It is a great privilege for us. Now, Sir has a 200 teaching programs, guiding educators, so many things. It's a long history. It is not a cup of tea I have to explain in some words. So I would like to request you, sir, to please start your FTP program.
Thank you, Dr. Tiwari, for such a comprehensive introduction. Sir, you have said so many kind things about me. So I don't think I do deserve for that. Just I know that I am a teacher. Yes. And Dr. Tiwari, you are also a teacher. Dr. Shraddha is a teacher. Dr. Priyanka is a teacher. And the rest of the people in the group, all of them are teachers. And I have got this opportunity to address my fellow brethren and sisters. So definitely I will try to focus on the topic that has been given to me, holistic and multidisciplinary education as envisaged in NEP 2020. So I would like to request all the participants to be interactive, to be active, to be participative. During my session, I'll be asking some questions or I'll be instructing you to do something. So please follow my instructions. So my friends, holistic and multidisciplinary education has been much talked of and has been much discussed, in national education policy, not only in national education policy, rather on the social media as well. So before I proceed, I wanted to know from my participants, what do you understand by holistic and multidisciplinary education? So what's your opinion? My friends, please give your opinion. My question is, what is holistic and multidisciplinary education? No response?
Anyone in the group, please contribute a part of it, and maybe
anyone of you,
it will be impacting, it should be better.
Ji. Oh, they're not willing to respond. डॉक्टर श्रद्धा, बाकी लोगों के साथ भी ये रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करते हैं या सिर्फ मेरे साथ नहीं कर रहे हैं?
No, sorry sir, can you please just repeat the question sir? I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, Dr. Deepika. My question is, what is holistic and multidisciplinary education? What's your understanding of that?
Sir, holistic education means that is which can do the overall development, can say personality development, and also it embarks upon the inclusive education, the least, lost, and the lowest section of the community is also included in it. Also it has can say elements of this technological advancement like AI and all that, which has been coming in the recent times. All this add up, it is a whole multi-aspect thing when we talk of holistic education.
Okay, Dr. Deepika. What do you teach, ma'am?
Sir, I teach sociology from Dalba University, Agra.
Okay, Deepika.
Yes, sir, sociology. Yeah.
Thank you. So Dr. Deepika has thrown some light. So will anyone other throw some light on this?
सर मैं कुछ कहना चाहूंगी.
जी मैम बोलिए शशि.
समग्र शिक्षा या मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी जो एजुकेशन है सर, मेरे हिसाब से उसका मतलब यही है कि जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनका फिजिकल, मेंटल, इंटेलेक्चुअल, इमोशनल और यहाँ तक कि नैतिक क्षमताओं, जो उनके भीतर जो क्षमताएं हैं उनको डेवलप करना, उनका विकास करना. और जैसा कि न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का जो पूरा फोकस है वो इस तरह से छात्रों के संपूर्ण विकास को एंडोर्स करता है.
Right. So Dr. Shashi, what do you teach, ma'am?
Hindi literature, language and literature.
Where, ma'am? Where?
Government Girls PG College, Ghazipur.
Ghazipur. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, any third opinion? Anyone else?
Sir, myself, Dr. Rajput from Orientation Kannauj.
Ji.
Basically, just I've said that overall development of the student by the using of the technology as well as the current scenario, that is maybe called holistic education. Overall development of the student by the using of the technology as well.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Ranjana, do you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Ji.
I would like to say that it gives the knowledge of different subject and critical thinking and problem solving. I think.
Okay.
And it can be communicate.
Okay. So I think I have got enough opinion from your side. What is holistic and multidisciplinary education? So let me share my presentation and let me formally begin. So I'm sharing my presentation. Just wait. So I'm sharing my presentation, my friends. Can you see my slides, my friends?
Ji, sir.
Yes.
Ji, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Right. So, holistic and multidisciplinary education as envisaged in NEP 2020. And you people have given your opinion. What do you understand by holistic and multidisciplinary education? Before coming and explaining what this is, I just want to sensitize you people towards some of the facts. So 4 facts are there on my first slide and then followed by 3 more facts on the second slide. So I request all of you to please read all these 4 points which are mentioned on this slide. Please read it silently and after reading tell me whether do you agree with me or not on these 4 points. So please read it and tell me whether you agree with me or not.
Yes, sir, we agree.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Agreed, sir.
Sure. Thank you. So, needless to say, India is the most populous country. We have passed China last year. And out of this population, our youth population is one of the most important resource. So, our beloved country, India, has been blessed with so many resources like mineral resources, food resources, water resources, forest resources, soil resources. But the most important resource for us is our youth population. Now, coming to the second point, if you see, top 20 jobs of today did not exist in the year 2000. So what do I mean? In fact, if you talk about software engineer and system analyst and data analyst and actuarial scientist and web developer, I mean, such type of career nowadays are top paid jobs and they are very glamorous, but they didn't exist 25 years back. So these top jobs of today have been created within these 25 years. And through this point, I want to show that how fast the time is changing. And finally, the last point, which is of immense importance for us as a teacher, is that in the 21st century, definitely, learning does not stop with the school. So, my friends, when you were in the school, when I was in the school, when I was in the college or university, or you are in the college or university, so there was a formal type of learning. You have to come to college at 8 or at 10, and then you have to remain in the college at 4. And the learning will be possible only from 10 to 4. The moment the college is closed, the moment the university is closed, I mean, chances of learning were least. But nowadays, our students, in the era in which our students are learning, there are so many sources of learning. And only learning does not happen in the college or in the university campus. I mean, if they are attending some ceremony, I mean, they are traveling or they are busy somewhere else. I mean, every time they can learn. This is the most important and significant aspect of the 21st century. So besides these 4 factors, three more factors I am presenting on this slide. And again, I would like to request you please read all the 3 slides silently, all 3 points on the slide silently, and tell me whether you agree with me or not.
Yes, sir, agree.
Okay. Any other opinion?
Yes, sir, I am also agree.
Okay. Any third
Yes,
opinion?
sir. Even I also agree, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me explain, and then we will proceed to holistic and multidisciplinary education. My friends, if you see the human history, what the historians say, that the first industrial revolution occurred in the year 1764 with the invention of a steam engine. And why discovery of a steam engine was important? Because before the discovery of a steam engine, we relied heavily on manual labor as well as animal labor, and production and everything. I mean, the pace, the rate was very slow. Packing and everything. I mean, it was manually done, so it was very slow. Production was slow, and the pace was slow. So with the invention of a steam engine, our dependence, our reliance on human labor and animal labor was reduced. We started using machines for the production, and we started massive production. So first industrial revolution occurred with the invention of a steam engine in 1764. Then you see second industrial revolution took place after almost 100 years of first industrial revolution with the invention of electrical energy. The moment we discovered electrical energy, we became more civilized in the sense that now our production was more, you can say, efficient, and much dependence on human and animal labor was reduced, and efficiency was improved. So with the invention of electrical energy, the second industrial revolution took place. So if you see the time gap between first and second industrial revolution, it was almost 100 years. Then third industrial revolution occurred in 1969 with the invention of computers. Of course, you know that with the invention of the computers, I mean, computers were invented much before than 1969, but today's user-friendly computers and personal computers, they were discovered in 1969. And the invention of computer made our life very easy. I mean, computing became very easy, calculating became very easy, record keeping became very easy. Things were become, very efficient, very easy. So the third industrial revolution occurred with the invention of computers in the 1969. And again, if you see the time gap between second and third industrial revolution, so you will find that it is almost 100 years. But the fourth industrial revolution took less time. That is from 1969 to 2016, that is within 47 years, the fourth industrial revolution occurred. And that industrial revolution is related with the digitalization of technology, or you can say artificial intelligence. So what I want to say through this point, key between third and fourth industrial revolution, time was half of that was there between first and second, or second and third. So change is very fast. So what people are predicting that whenever the fifth industrial revolution take place, it will be taking 25 years. And whenever the sixth industrial revolution take place, it will be like taking 12 years or 13 years. So changes are taking place in the society very fast. And somehow because of these changes, we are under stress. We are facing anxiety. We have depression, and certain kind of value crisis is there in the society. So, my friend, do you agree with me that we live in stress and anxiety and depression nowadays, my friends? What's your opinion?
Yes, sir.
Much stress. I mean, parents, they have a lot of expectations from their students, their wards, their children, and somehow because of that expectation, students are under stress. And since we teach our students, so finally we are also under stress. So stress, anxiety, depression, and value crisis is there. So why I have presented all these facts before you people? Just I wanted to sensitize through these 7 points that somehow traditional education system is unable to serve the purpose what it's supposed to do. Somehow we have to have a paradigm shift. There is a need of change. So we have to move from our traditional education system to a system which is more holistic and more multidisciplinary. So what is holistic and multidisciplinary education? My friends, a bookish definition has been written on the slide, and I would like to request any one of you to please read the slide loudly. Any one of you, my friends, please read the slide loudly.
Yes, sir. Holistic education focuses on the fullest possible development of the person, encouraging individuals to become the very best or finest that they can be and enabling them to experience all they can from life and reach their goals.
Right. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Dr. Tara Bhatt from Government PG College, Haldu Chod, Nainital.
Okay. What do you teach, ma'am?
I teach physics, sir.
Okay, very good, Tara ma'am. Thank you. So, what is holistic education? It focuses on the fullest possible development of the person. Now, before I explain this definition further, since all of you are teachers, so I want to know from you people that do you believe that each and every student that you have in the classroom has been blessed with unique potentials, with unique capabilities, and with unique talents? My friends, what's your opinion? My friends, got my question?
Yes, sir.
My question is that all the students who are there in your classroom, do you think that they are blessed with some unique potentials and talents?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So there is no doubt that they have the talent. Only problem is that we are unable to recognize that. We are unable to identify that. So holistic education does what? First identifies the talent, recognizes the talents, then provides such type of environment in which the fullest possible development of the individual might be possible, so that they may become very best or finest in that area, in that field to which they show their natural talent. And somehow they have set some goals for their life, and holistic education does the third thing, that it helps them to reach their goals. So in a nutshell, this was the holistic education. To be more specific, in the next slide, I am clarifying more about various aspects of holistic education. So any holistic education has 5 important aspects which are shown on the slide. So I would like to request any one of you to please tell me what are those aspects of holistic education, my friends, that you can see from the slides. My friends, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are various aspects of holistic education?
Sir, cognitive development, emotional development, social development, spiritual development, and physical development.
Right, sir. Who are you, sir?
Dr. Alok Kumar Verma, Department of Chemistry, NIPSS, Sultanpur.
Okay, Verma sir. Thank you. So Verma sir has said 5 aspects of holistic education, and he started from cognitive development. But I prefer to start from physical development. So first aspect of holistic education is physical development, then cognitive development, then emotional development, then social development, spiritual development. Now, what is physical development? What's your opinion about it? And do you think that physical development is important, friends?
Yes, sir.
How physical development is important?
So to be healthy, physical development is important.
Okay.
Sir, physical development is related with mental development. So both are required.
Physical and mentally. Physically and mentally.
Right. See, my friends, it is said that sound mind lives in a sound body. Have you heard it?
Sir.
So do you agree with it?
Yes, sir. Aristotle ka kathan hai.
So do you agree with it that sound mind lives in a sound body?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So my
sir.
friends, there is no question, there is no second opinion about the importance of physical development. And since times immemorial, if you see the human history, human beings always have given much importance to physical development. But the era in which we are living nowadays, if you see too much diabetic patients, hypertension, depression, People have abnormal weight gain, obesity, so many problems. So in this era, in fact, physical development becomes very important. But if you see your curriculum, if you see your timetable of the university or the college, so how much time we devote to physical development of the students, my friends? Can you tell me?
Very less, sir.
Hardly any, sir.
Very less or hardly any. So even at a school level, things are better, because why? In a school they have at least one sport period or 1 or 2 free period in which they ensure that students are engaged in some physical activities, and somehow, I mean, they are burning their calories and they are physically healthy. But unfortunately, at college and university level, we completely ignore physical development. So holistic education demands that somehow we should pay more attention to physical development. Then after physical development, second important development comes, that is cognitive development. So what is cognitive development, my friends?
Mental development. Mental development means like cognitive development.
Right.
The learn and use it.
Cognitive relates with mind.
Mind, related to cognition. So cognitive development basically is mental development. And there is no need to say, definitely we focus a lot on mental development. But there are so many mental faculties. So remembering is such a mental faculty, understanding is another mental faculty, then applying and analyzing, evaluating, creating. There are so many mental faculties. But unfortunately, we focus only on one, and that is remembering, cramming. So what we do, we as a teacher prepare our lecture, go to the classroom, deliver our lecture, students note down our lecture, they cram each and everything, they remember each and everything. Then whenever they get the exam in the copy, they write, they reproduce the same answer, and finally they are passed and they get the degree. But whether really they have creating ability have been developed in them or not, whether analysis ability and evaluative ability have been developed in them or not, we can't ensure. So the second requirement of holistic education is that somehow we have to focus on proper cognitive development or proper mental development, ensuring that all the mental faculties have been properly developed. Then comes the third aspect of holistic education, emotional development. So what is emotional development, my friends? What's your opinion? My friends? Okay. I'm changing my question. एक आजकल इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस की बहुत बात हो रही है. So have you heard about it? My friends, listening to me?
Yes, sir.
इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में जानते हैं? सुना है नाम आपने?
सर नहीं सुना है.
नहीं सुना, कोई बात नहीं. इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट के बारे में कोई कुछ बताएगा?
Expressing themselves.
To express oneself, or
See. Knowing your emotions, knowing the emotions of others,
Yes.
and accordingly behaving. So certain kind of emotional stability. If you have emotional development, proper emotional development, certain kind of emotional stability you will show. So you see nowadays, I mean, before I proceed and I discuss, the other aspects of holistic education, I would like to share one unfortunate incident with you people. Definitely you people are very active on social media, so you know about this. This incident took place almost 5 years back, and this was related to the suicide of one of the most talented, Bollywood star, Sushant Singh Rajput. So have you heard about this incident, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can you say that Sushant Singh Rajput was not learned, or he was not educated, or he did not have the degrees, my friends? My friends, listening to me?
Yes, sir.
he was having everything, sir.
He had the degrees, he was educated, and he was a graduate of IIT, and IIT test is very.
Santosh Singh Kushwaha, sir.
So
Sir,
someone's
please
mic is open.
mute your mic.
Please notice. Yeah. So, he was an engineer from IIT, and IIT test is very difficult. So he qualified the test, and then in such a tough test, he secured seventh rank. So that showed that he has the knowledge, he has the depth, he has the mastery of the content, then passed the engineering. But unfortunately, there were some circumstances in the life he couldn't sustain, and finally, such an unfortunate decision he took. So, this is nowadays what's happening. I mean, emotionally, our students are not stable. So emotional development is something very important nowadays for an individual to be successful. And there was one American psychologist, Goldman. In 1995, he gave the concept of emotional intelligence. So what Goldman did, in fact, Goldman studied 1,000 students. So 1,000 students first he studied who were blessed with high IQ and who secured very good marks and grades from the university. Then after entering in the job market, in the real life, how they are performing. He studied that. In comparison to that, another group of 1,000 students he took who were not very good in studies, who didn't score very good grade and marks, and who didn't have very good IQ, but they were emotionally intelligent and they performed better than the first group. And from here, Goldman gave the concept of emotional intelligence. And he said that even emotional intelligence is more important than IQ. And the unique thing about emotional intelligence is that it can be improved by following some strategies, whereas IQ simply cannot be improved. So, emotional development is the third aspect of the holistic education, in which we teach our students how to behave, how to react, how to be emotionally stable, how to maintain the relationship, all those things. After that comes social development. So before I proceed and I discuss about social development, I want to ask one question from you, my friends. Do you think that you have any existence and identity without society?
No, sir.
Sir.
No, not at all. No. You live in society.
No, sir.
Definitely without society, you have no identity. So every society has some aspirations, every society has some norms, every society has some expectations which we are required to fulfill. So realizing our social responsibility comes under this category, that is social development. And finally, spiritual development. So what is spiritual development, my friends? My friends, have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
Which came next?
क्या है?
Which can make mentally strong, sir.
Thinking about your existence, why you have been born, why you have come to this universe, what the purposes you are filling, what you are contributing to the community, to the society, to the country. This is what is spiritual development. So this is the fifth aspect of holistic education. So we started from physical development, then came to cognitive development, then discussed about emotional development, then social development, and finally spiritual development. Now let's talk about various components of holistic education. And for that, I have pointed out 5 important components and I have mentioned it on my slide. So any one of you, please read the slide. My friends?
Yes, focusing on conceptual understanding, providing life experiences, personalized methods of teaching, giving proper weightage to arts, sports and music, holistic assessment.
Right. Who are you, ma'am?
Again, Tara Bhatt, sir.
Tara, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So this is the first component of holistic education, focusing on conceptual understanding. So all of you are teachers, so I want to know from you people, what is conceptual understanding, my friends? Okay. Yes. Tell me.
to go deeper into the subject and know about the concepts?
Okay. I am reframing my question. Whatever the knowledge you give to your students in the classroom, you give it for the sake of giving knowledge, or you want that this knowledge should be utilized in the real life? What's your aim?
Utilize.
That knowledge should be utilized in real life. Every knowledge is given, every theory, every theoretical knowledge, every bookish knowledge is given to the students so that students might utilize that in their real life. They will be able to do so only when they will understand the theories. They will understand whatever you have discussed with them in the classroom. So this is the first important component of holistic education, that it focuses on conceptual understanding. Then comes second component, that is providing life experiences. So before I discuss this point, I would like to present a proverb before you people. Life is the best teacher. So do you agree with this proverb, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How life is the best teacher?
So sharing the experiences.
You learn best from your experiences.
Okay. Anything else?
When we do, then we understand.
Yes, yes. So through various, yes, you learn from birth till death. Every day you face some new experiences. Every day you conduct some new experiments. Every day you do something new, and finally you learn. So life is the best teacher. And this is the second important component of holistic education. It says that simply relying on bookish knowledge will not be sufficient. Rather, we have to bring real life experiences in the classroom for the students. That is, we have to provide more and more opportunities for them to expose in the real life. So this is the second component. Then comes personalized methods of teaching. So what is personalized methods of teaching, my friends?
Sir, using aids, different aids necessary to explain your subject.
Okay, okay. Any more idea? Any other idea? Okay, I'm supplementing. See, in most of the undergraduate classes, you see there are 100 students, 120 students, 150 students. So personalized method, that is one-to-one method of teaching, is not possible, at least in Indian conditions. But what we say that somehow you should be engaging. I mean, your students should be interactive. You should pay attention as much as possible to every student. You must be supportive. You must be caring to your students. So that is what personalized methods of teaching. Then comes the fourth point, that is giving proper weightage to arts, sports, and music. So my friends, do you think that arts, sports, and music are important?
Yes, sir.
Right. How? Let's discuss about all these three separately. How arts is important?
Sir, it reflects the creativity of a person.
Very good, my friend. Who are you, sir?
Dr. Alok Kumar Verma.
जी वर्मा सर, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स. हमारी जो क्रिएटिविटी है उसका जो बेस्ट एक्सप्रेशन होता है, दैट इज थ्रू आर्ट्स, through painting, through drawing, through murals, I mean, such type of things. So arts are very important sources of our expressive ability, of our creativity, of our creative potential, of our creative thinking. So arts is very important. So is sports, definitely. Why? Because in the previous slide, I have discussed physical development, and somehow sports are related with the physical developments. So sports are also important. What about the music, my friends? Do you think music is important?
Recreation and mental peace, sometimes.
My friends?
It's a kind of recreation
म्यूजिक इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? क्या आपकी राय है?
Sir, for mental peace.
My friends, listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's audible. It's audible, sir.
My friends, please respond.
So music is important for recreation.
Hello.
Are you listening to me, my friends?
Sir, it is for the mental peace. Hello.
My
You are
friends?
audible. You are audible, sir.
So we are not audible to you. So it is a source of recreation.
Sir cannot
My
listen
friends,
to
please respond.
Hello, Professor
sir.
Sad sir.
So audience is not audible to you.
Hello.
Hello, sir is unable to hear us.
Are you listening to me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So we are listening,
cannot.
but
I think there is some problem.
So we all are listening to
No,
you.
sir, everybody is listening very properly, sir. You may please speak.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You are
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are audible and all the participants are
able to listen
responding
to
to
you.
the question.
Okay.
So we are audible to you, sir.
Okay, okay. So let me. I mean, you are listening to me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me refresh it. I think there's some issue. I'm just sharing again.
Okay, sir.
Right. So, so music is also very important, and even today, when people suffer from stress and anxiety, so certain kind of music therapy is given to these people. And here, a very interesting story is there of a great scientist, of a great physicist, Sir C.V. Raman. So, in fact, I was going through his autobiography, and from his autobiography, I have studied this. So you know that C.V. Raman was in fact, a great physicist, and he was given the Nobel Prize for discovering an effect which is known as Raman effect. I mean, while proving this theory, I mean, he was struggling, and he was struggling in his study, and trying a lot, but couldn't go ahead. So finally, fed up with this, he left that notebook in that study and went to adjacent room. In the adjacent room, a guitar was kept, and then he started playing with the guitar. So he played the guitar for almost 15 to 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden some idea came to his mind, and then he came back to the study again, opened the book, and finally proved the theory. So music has its own importance, particularly in concentrating yourself, in reducing your stress, and somehow I mean, in making your personality a all-round developed personality. So giving proper weightage to arts, sports, and music, this is the fourth component of the holistic education. Then I'm coming to the last aspect, that is holistic assessment. So I wanted to know from you people what is holistic assessment, but since you are unable to, I'm unable to listen to your voice, so I am supplementing. So what is holistic assessment? My friends, as a teacher, you will agree with me that you have noted such type of students, that there are some students who are very good in writing, but they are poor in speaking. Whereas there are so many good students who are very good in speaking, but they are poor in writing. So a holistic assessment is that which includes written test, oral test, which tests your leadership quality, which tests how you respond in a stressful situation. A holistic assessment is that assessment which tests how do you care for the environment, how responsive you are, how supportive you are. There are so many aspects of holistic assessment. So since we are talking about holistic education, in which we have included so many facets like physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual, so this holistic education demands that we should have holistic assessment as well. So in a nutshell, in fact, these were the 5 components of holistic education. Now I'm coming to the next slide, and I want to present some key features of holistic education. So definitely, if you talk about holistic education, there might be so many key features. But since this is a diverse group, so I would like to limit myself only on the 4 points so that you people may follow me. So these 4 points, if you see, educating the whole student, that has been written on the slide, viewing students as part of the whole, embracing a caring classroom culture, and engaging in experiential learning. So educating the whole student simply means caring the whole student, that is caring his various aspects of development or her various aspects of development, like physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, something like that. Viewing students as part of the whole. Definitely, we have no existence and identity. College or universities have no existence and identity without the students. Students are very important for us, and each and every student is important. Each and every student has been blessed with some unique potentials and talents. So what holistic education says, that somehow we should give attention on each and every student. We should treat them as a tiny part of the whole big system, that is whole education system. So coming to the 3rd point, my friend, embracing a caring classroom culture. Nowadays, they are talking a lot about this, that we should be providing more and more infrastructure, as many as infrastructure as possible. And, we should be very caring. Caring classroom culture means simply providing more and more physical resources, physical infrastructure as much as possible, and ensuring that students have Wi-Fi, connection, or electricity. Barrier-free access to the classrooms and laboratories and all those things. So this comes under this category, embracing a caring classroom culture. The last point, engaging in experiential learning. So if you go through the National Education Policy 2020 document, you will find that it has mentioned so many times about experiential learning. So what is experiential learning? There are 3 components of experiential learning. Number 1, learning by observation. So let them observe and let them learn. So let them go to the mountains, let them go to the ponds, let them go to the agricultural fields, let them go to the industries, let them go to the factories, and let them observe what's being done and how it's being done over there. So this is the first component, that is experiential learning. First component is learning by observation. Then comes learning by experiment or learning by experience. Let them have more and more experiences and more experiments. So definitely experiments every time, everywhere is not possible, but as much as experiences are possible, let the students have that. So this is the second component of experiential learning. And the third component is learning by doing. So they will learn a lot the moment they will do it by self. So learning through words, learning by lecturing is possible. Definitely learning by books is also possible. But that learning is not effective, is not everlasting in comparison to that learning which is there through learning by doing. So experiential learning focuses on all these, you can say, 4 points. So till now, my friends, I have focused on what is holistic education. So I started with what is holistic education. I gave a bookish definition. Then I talked about 5 aspects of holistic education. Then I talked about 5 important key components of holistic education. And in this slide, just I have presented what are the 4 important key features of holistic education. With this, my friends, let's proceed ahead and let's talk about what is multidisciplinary education. So, are you able to listen to me, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Right, right.
Yes, sir.
So, right. So, one bookish definition has been written on the slide. So, I would like to request any one of you to please read the slide.
Can I, sir?
My friends, any one of
The
you, please.
International Bureau of Education defines multidisciplinary education as studying a topic from the viewpoint of more than one discipline.
My friends,
Sir, should I repeat it?
okay, okay. I think again some issue is there. No problem. So, I would like to give you 1 minute. Please read the slide silently.
Professor Sajid Jamal, sir. Dr. Rais Ahmed has read it.
Please
Yes,
read the slide silently.
Yes. May I repeat it, sir? Dr. Rais Ahmed
No, I
Ghazi
think
Faziam
there
College,
is some
Shahjahanpur,
technical
sir.
issue from Professor Sajid Jamal's side.
Right, ma'am.
Sir?
May I repeat it?
No, sir.
Thank you.
We are communicating him, sir. Professor Sajid Jamal, sir.
Have you read
I'm
it, my
audible to
friends?
you, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
So let me explain. So what is multidisciplinary education? Simply multidisciplinary education, what we do, we study a topic from the viewpoint of more than one discipline. So my friends, if you see today's era, today's world, we are facing so many complex problems, so many difficult problems. So pollution is such an issue. Climate change is another issue. Water crisis, another problem. Growing criminalization, you see, another issue. Value crisis. I mean, all these issues are so complex, so difficult that only people from one discipline will not be able to solve. Rather, what we have to do, we have to invite the people from the various disciplines. They will come together and they will sit together and finally they will find some problem to the solution. So in a nutshell, multidisciplinary education is that education which focuses on studying a topic from the viewpoint of more than one discipline. So at this juncture of time, let me give you one example. So you want to establish an office of interior decorating. आप interior decorating के लिए एक office खोलना चाहते हैं. So simultaneously you need the help of 3 type of people, 3 experts. First expert that you need is an engineer. Engineer will come, engineer will see the location, engineer will see the soil and land. Then engineer will suggest how many stories should be built. Soil is okay, and the direction and everything is okay, no problem. 3-story or 5-story or 4-story or 2-story you can make. Then there will be an architect. The architect will make the map. Architect will see the direction of the land and accordingly will tell. Suppose it is 2,000 square feet land. So it is east facing or south facing or west facing or something like that. So direction and everything, how many rooms will be there, something like that. So, and how the structure will be built. There will be pillars. First you make the pillars and then you fill various pillars, something like that. So it will be RCC or it will be RBC or whatever it will be decided by the architect. And then finally, one specialist from interior decorating will come and will tell you what should be the color of the walls, what should be the color of the roof, where should be the curtains, where should be the sofa, where should be the central table, something like that. So issue is one, that is you want to establish an office of interior decorating, but you simultaneously need the help of 3 type of people. So this is the concept of multidisciplinary. That issue is one, problem is one, subject is one, topic is one, but we study it from the viewpoint of more than one discipline. So if you see the 3 points that have been mentioned downwards on the slide, definitely it focuses on diverse perspectives and different learning disciplines that I have just explained. It illustrates themes, concepts, or issues through multiple viewpoints. So multiplicity in 2 terms: multiplicity in terms of the discipline, multiplicity in terms of the subjects, as well as multiplicity in terms of the viewpoint, in terms of the views of the people who are gathered over there. And definitely it helps students gain perspective and knowledge in different ways. So knowledge can be got from so many ways. I mean, it's never like that botany, knowledge of botany can be got by only the teacher of botany, or the knowledge of physics can be got by only the teacher of the physics. I mean, definitely there are so many other type of people, there are so many other type of resources from where the knowledge can come. So it focuses on those perspectives and those diversities, so that students might gain better perspective of knowledge by listening to different views and by listening to different viewpoints. Now, I'm coming to the next slide. Can you see this slide, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you read it?
Any participant?
I-type personality,
Ji.
in-depth knowledge of one area of specialization.
Hmm.
D-type personality, having some knowledge of so many areas. Generic skills, 20th century skills. Employability skills, 21st century skills, like communication skills, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity.
Right, sir. Who are you, sir?
Kumar Verma.
Acha Verma, sir. Okay. My friends, I'm sorry. In fact, I could not see your name because before me the slide is open. So the question arises: what's the need of multidisciplinary education? Why we are talking much about multidisciplinary education, or why NEP 2020 is talking much about multidisciplinary education? So through these 4 points, you can understand. First, let me explain the first 2 points, and then later on I will be explaining about the other points. So I-type personality. Alphabet I, in fact, shows the depth, the in-depth knowledge of one area of specialization. So it started in the previous century. Specialization and narrow specialization, it started in the previous century. So what people did, suppose someone is doing MSc in physics. So physics is his or her chosen area. He or she has chosen physics. And then not only, he did MSc or she did MSc, rather, one particular area she chose as specialization, like quantum mechanics, or like high energy physics, or like solid state physics, or like nuclear physics, something like that. So in the previous century, this specialization was on rise, and usually people used to get the job based on that specialization. So what you do in I-type of personality, you choose your area, and out of that area you choose one narrow specialization, and you develop mastery over that content, you develop in-depth knowledge, and finally you make your personality type as I-type. Contrary to it, there is another type of personality, that is T-type of personality. So again, I would like to request you people, if you see these 2 alphabets, I and T, so there is a relation in I and T. The alphabet T includes I in itself, but it's not simply I, rather it's more than I. That is, not only it contains depth, rather it contains breadth as well. And there is some fixed ratio of this depth and breadth. So what T-type of personality says, that having in-depth knowledge of one area of specialization is not bad. You can do that. But simply having the knowledge, in-depth knowledge of one area will not be sufficient in today's era. Rather, you have to have some knowledge of so many other areas. You have to have the knowledge of so many other things. Then you will be able to get the job, or you will be able to successful in the real life. So basically, I type of personality was the 20th century thing, and T type of personality is the 21st century skill, you can say, a 21st century type of personality. And nowadays, it is the demand of the society that somehow we have to have the T type personality. Then comes two more things. They are there. Generic skills and employability skills. So generic skills are what? आप लोगों ने नाम सुना है इसका? My friends? जी, क्या होती हैं जेनेरिक स्किल्स? एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स क्या होती हैं?
The skills which help in getting you employment.
Getting employment. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So generic skills simply means having mastery over the bookish knowledge, having mastery over the content that you have been taught, that you have studied. So again, it was sufficient in the 20th century. I mean, if you have generic skills, it was sufficient for you to get the job in the 20th century. But in the 21st century, what they are saying, that besides having the content knowledge, besides having the bookish knowledge, you have to have so many other skills. And these skills are known as 21st century skills or employability skills. And there are so many skills, out of which 4 I have mentioned. And these are communication skills, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. So my friends, do you think communication skills matter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
How it matters?
Yes, sir. Sir, unless and until we are able to transmit what we want to say, communication will not be there. So if we are saying something, then that has to be communicated in the proper way. Other person should understand what I mean to say. So it should be clear. It should be with meaningful.
Right.
So communication should be good.
Communication should be good. Very good. And what about the critical thinking? Critical thinking is important, my friends.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry.
How?
सर, बिना रचनात्मकता के हम किसी भी फील्ड में कुछ नया इनोवेटिव नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि व्यक्ति में इस स्किल का होना बहुत जरूरी है.
Okay. What about collaboration?
Collaboration is also necessary, sir. When we are talking about the multidisciplinary education, then like physics, people can collaborate with mathematics, with chemistry and all. Unless we have some collaboration, we won't be able to do our work.
Okay. And what about creativity? My last question. Creativity is important, my friends.
Yes, sir. Creativity is also.
Creativity is important for growth, sir. For growth, for can say advancement, for can say progress, and last but not the least, I think can say innovation cannot be like happen without creativity. Like it's not possible about creativity without creativity.
Very good, my friends. So thank you very much, my friends. In fact, now I need not to explain. You people have shown your concern. Communication skills are very important. And now let me tell you one incident that's very interesting. This incident is related to one of the greatest philosophers, saint, knowledgeable person, scholar, which has been produced by India, Swami Vivekananda. So I'm quite sure you people know about him, and I'm quite sure that you people know about his famous speech that he delivered at Chicago. Do you know, my friends? My friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have heard about it, sir.
Yeah, you have heard about it. So, famous speech of Chicago. So, you know, Vivekananda and every sannyasi in our country used to wear a particular attire. आप जानते हैं उसको. आमतौर पर एक धोती पहनते हैं, तो आधी धोती से जिस्म का निचला हिस्सा कवर कर लिया और बाकी आधी धोती को बॉडी के ऊपर हिस्से पे डाल दिया। एंड विवेकानंदा यूज्ड टू वियर पगड़ी आल्सो। तो इसी अटायर में he went to Chicago in the same attire. So definitely, I mean, it's not a new thing for us because we used to see so many sannyasis. But he was very unique person in that culture. I mean, American people first saw that, I mean, who is this fellow? So when his speech was over, one journalist came to Vivekananda and said, Vivekananda, you are such a knowledgeable person, you are such a great scholar, you are such a great speaker. But what the attire you have put on? So why you don't go to a tailor and become a gentleman? यानी उस सोसाइटी की जो मान्यता है वो ये कि इंसान को जेंटलमैन, इंसान को सभ्य जो है वो टेलर बनाता है. So why you don't go to a tailor and become a gentleman? So listening to it, what Vivekananda said was very important, and it has immense importance for us also. Vivekananda said, in your country, a tailor makes you a gentleman, but in my country, my character makes me a gentleman. My friends? My friends?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are listening. Sir.
Got the meaning?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay. So you might be knowledgeable, you might have mastery over the content, and you might be a very great scholar. But if you do not have communication skills, then definitely you will not be able to prove yourself. So that's why communication skills are very important. Critical thinking, unless and until you will think critically, you will think about the pros and cons, unless and until you will criticize whatever the things are happening in the society, unless and until you are proposing some alternate models, so things will not be improved. So critical thinking by that way is very important. Then collaboration between two individuals, collaboration between two societies, collaboration between two communities, collaboration between two countries nowadays is very important in order to solve the complex problems which are faced by the human beings. And then comes creativity. And whenever it is creativity, don't think that creativity means always to create something new. Rather, sometimes using the old thing in a new setting, using the old formula, using the old theory in a new perspective also becomes creativity. So what they are saying that these are the 21st century skills which are known as employability skills, which are very important among the students to be employable. Only having the bookish knowledge, only having the mastery of the content will not be sufficient for them to get the job in the 21st century. So this is the rationale and this is the relevance why multidisciplinary education is important. So now question arises, what a multidisciplinary education requires? So till now, we have discussed what is holistic education, its various components, and of course, its various features. We have discussed what is multidisciplinary education. We have discussed why multidisciplinary education is important. Now the question arises, what multidisciplinary education requires? So it requires so many things, definitely. But for the sake of clarity in my presentation, I am limiting myself to these 7 points which are mentioned on the slide. So I would like to request any one of you to please read the slide. My friends, any one of you, please read the slide.
Yes, sir.
Redesigning of undergraduate program, integration of research in academic program, focus on all round development in calculating employability skills, giving student enough choices, flexibility, providing opportunity to search on self.
Oneself. Right. Definitely, when you are talking about paradigm shift and you are moving from traditional education system to a holistic and multidisciplinary education system, so first thing that you have to do is to redesign your undergraduate program. And NEP 2020 has recommended it in the form of FYUP. So have you heard about it, my friends? My friends? FYUP के बारे में सुना है आप लोगों ने?
सर नहीं सुना है.
अरे जानते हैं? अरे सुना है.
Yes.
सुना है. 4-year undergraduate program.
Yes,
No?
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's it. That's
Sir.
it.
Yes,
That's-
sir.
Yes. So till now we have an undergraduate program of 3 years in our country, but NEP has suggested 4-year undergraduate program. So in your opinion, what's the advantage of adding one more year? इस 1 साल से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, क्या फायदा हासिल होगा? My friends, getting my question?
Sir, like 1 year internship has also been included in that.
Yes. There are so many things.
Yeah.
With the addition of 1 year, you can promote, you can motivate them to enroll in some value-added courses, in some communication skill courses, soft skill courses, some internship program, I mean something like that. So by that way, whatever they have learned in the last 3 years, they will be having the opportunity to feel it in their real life also. So this is one addition. In addition to just adding 1 year, one more thing has been talked. I mean, they have talked about so many flexibilities in this program. Like they have talked about May. So have you heard about May, my friends?
Yes, sir. It is multiple entry, multiple exit.
Oh, very good, ma'am. Thank you. So what is it, by the way, multiple entry and multiple exit?
So to like promote interdisciplinary teach
No.
like study,
No,
and
it is,
also
anytime they can exit and anytime they can
You
come
can
in.
join.
After
Yeah.
1 year they can leave, 2 year they can leave. They will get different degrees for that.
Definitely. Now, if you see today's system, suppose there is one boy or girl came to BSc course after passing 12th class, but because of some reasons, after first year, he or she was forced to quit the system. So his or her minimum qualification becomes 12. I mean, he or she has spent 1 year, his or her parents have spent money, time, everything, but there is no recognition of that. His or her minimum qualification will remain class 12. But this multiple entry, multiple exit system says that, okay, if you want to exit after studying only 1 year, we'll be issuing some certificate. If you will leave after 2 years, we will be issuing some diploma. If you will leave after 3 years, we'll be issuing some graduate degree. And if you leave after 4 years, we'll be giving you some graduate degree with honors or something like that. That is, whatever you have learned, it will not go in vain. Rather, we will properly acknowledge it. This is one thing. And another thing, after certain point of time, after 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, or 1 year, again you think that you should join the system and you should study. So we will not forbid you. We will not prohibit you. Rather, somehow we will ensure that you are again entering the system. So this is what multiple entry and multiple exit. Then they have talked about Academic Bank of Credit, ABC. Have you heard about it, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, students may get the credit from anywhere, from industry, from factory, from any other institution, but they should show the certificate that they have attended some program or some internship has been done, and accordingly, their credit will be transferred. So, they're trying to make the things more flexible and, more easy so that it may suit to more and more youths. So, I mean, somehow multidisciplinary education requires that we have to redesign our undergraduate program. Then integration of research in academic program. This is a very important point. And if you see, research in our country has been repeatedly questioned. So far as contribution in the research is concerned, we are number 2 in the world. So most of the researches are contributed by China in the world, and then we are at number 2. But so far as quality is concerned, our quality is very poor. And what is the reason? Simply because the students after completing MA or MSc, when they are enrolled in research program, then they know what is research. So instead of that, in American universities and Canadian universities, what they do, they add research in the 4th year of undergraduate program. So these students become aware what research is, what research procedure is, how research is conducted, what research requires, what are research ethics, I mean everything. So with this intention, this NEP 2020 has recommended that somehow research should be integrated in the academic programs and is the requirement of multidisciplinary education also. Then focusing on all-round development that already I have explained, physical, mental, moral, emotional, social, spiritual, inculcating more and more employability skills, giving students enough choices, ensuring flexibility, and then finally, last point is, this is the last point of my presentation, that is providing opportunity to search oneself. And this is the point through which I want to know what you have understood, what you know, what you have understood, what is the meaning of this, providing opportunity to search oneself. My friends,
I think to find out मतलब उनके अंदर क्या है और वो क्या कर सकते हैं. In this way to find out.
Okay.
रात तक घर जाकर नहाते तो निकलता हूँ.
Any other
तीन हो गए, पता ना कितने हुए पहुंचे. कहीं ना कहीं से ऑफिस में तूने लगाया मेरे ऊपर.
किसी का माइक खुला हुआ.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. So I was
Development of their
trying to
skill.
development of their skills. Anything else? Okay. I'm reframing the question. My friend, do you think that knowing about yourself is easy?
No, ma'am, it's very tough.
It's very difficult.
No, sir. It's very difficult.
It's very difficult. Unless and until you train someone, unless and until you provide such type of suitable environment, it's very difficult to search oneself. So searching oneself simply mean with what potentials I have been blessed, what are my opportunities, what are my limitations, what are my weaknesses, what are my strengths, how I can maximize my strength, how I can minimize my weaknesses. I mean, something like that if you do, so we will say that you know yourself. And a multidisciplinary education definitely focuses or requires that we should provide opportunity to our student to search oneself. So with this, my presentation is over. Thank you very much, my friends, for listening to me. Now it is 3:18 by my watch. So still we have 12 minutes. So I'm giving this time to you. So if you want to ask any question or if you want to share anything with me, definitely you can. So now I'm stopping my presentation.
Thank you very much, sir. This is a really wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
If
sir.
anyone want to ask any question, please rise. If anyone want to ask any question, sir want to give you answer.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone? Hello, everyone. Anyone want to ask any question related to the slides or anything else? Hello?
I think
Sir, no.
सर ने इतना एक्सप्लेन करके ऑलरेडी
हाँ,
पढ़ाया
yeah.
है. इतना
Actually,
पेस
sir,
दिया
वो-
सर ने, टाइम दिया इंटरेक्ट करके. आई थिंक किसी के अंदर जो डाउट होगा वो उसी समय उन्होंने क्लियर कर लिया.
Okay. So if you don't have any question, but still you want to share, yes, Tara ma'am. Tara ma'am, कुछ कह रही हैं?
No, sir, I don't. I was just writing that the session was highly interactive.
It's a really wonderful
Highly
session.
interactive and very nice, sir. But, sir, there are so many things. Now, one thing I would like to tell that though we say that in NEP we have to do so many experiments with the students and all, but apart from that, we have so much official work also that I don't understand with the limitation of the teaching staff also. In our college, we are single man department. So a single person is doing so many things of the college, entertaining the student also, and everything. It becomes very difficult at times to do all the things together.
Sure. Ma'am, remember whenever there is a transformation from one system to another system, we face difficulties. So I remember what my father used to tell me that he passed undergraduate program of 2 years. I mean, long back in 1972. So after that year, 3 years undergraduate program were introduced. So my father said that there was much chaos in the university. I mean, people were quite worried ki how we are going to do. It was of 2 years now, 1 year has been increased. So how we are going to do? But today we don't feel कि at some point of time it would have been of 2 years. तो एक बार जब ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो जाता है तो चीजें आसान हो जाती हैं. But ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में दिक्कतें हैं. And other thing is that nowadays government is focusing more and more on teaching and learning, and it is paying more attention on teaching staff. और धीरे धीरे करके जो नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ है या सपोर्ट स्टाफ है उसको ये चाह रहे हैं कि कम हो, ताकि उनके ऊपर जो खर्च आता है वो कम हो और वो जो फंड अवेलेबल हो या जो पैसा बचे वो पैसा किसी और काम में लगाया जा सके. तो
लेकिन सर वो नॉन टीचिंग का जो काम बच रहा है वो सब टीचिंग पे आ जा रहा है ना.
डेफिनेटली ये बहुत ही पेनफुल
हो रही है हमारी.
नहीं, क्वाइट श्योर. देखिए, टीचिंग इज ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एक्टिविटी और जो कुछ भी है वो सब कुछ टीचर्स के लिए तो ही है. यानी आप जो सपोर्ट स्टाफ की बात कर रहे हैं तो सपोर्ट स्टाफ हैज नो एग्जिस्टेंस एंड आइडेंटिटी विदाउट द टीचर. दे आर सपोज्ड टू सपोर्ट अस इन फैक्ट. लेकिन अब बहरहाल गवर्नमेंट लेवल पर कुछ डिसीजंस ऐसे होते हैं जो थोड़ा सा कड़वे होते हैं, टफ होते हैं, एंड वी आर बाउंड टू डू दैट. लेकिन ये की चीजें धीरे धीरे करके जो है वो स्ट्रीमलाइन होंगी, होंगी. And one thing is that whatever has been mentioned in National Education Policy 2020, it is for the betterment. ये हम सबकी भलाई के लिए है. इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में दिक्कतें आती हैं और वो दिक्कतें रहेंगी बिकॉज इंडिया इज नॉट ए स्मॉल कंट्री. इंडिया इज ए ह्यूज कंट्री और डाइवर्सिटी बहुत है. अलग अलग राज्यों में आप जाएं तो अलग अलग सिस्टम चल रहे हैं, वो सारी चीजें हैं. बट आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि थिंग्स विल स्टे.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Actually, sir, no problem. We are burdened, but problem is that students are relaxing now. Since I am from Department of Political Science, Gandhi Faziam College. I know it, sir. Shahjahanpur. So I think, sir, assignments are there, practicals are there. So now students are thinking we will get the marks, so no problem. So they are no more attentive. जब 2 साल और 3 साल का था तो प्रैक्टिकल्स नहीं थे, लोग मेहनत करते थे, पूरा टाइम मिलता था. अब इसमें सेमेस्टर में एग्जाम भी है, असाइनमेंट है, प्रैक्टिकल्स भी है हमारे यहाँ तो तीनों सेमेस्टर में. तो सर बच्चे बहुत रिलैक्स हो रहे हैं. जो हम चाह रहे हैं वो सब दे नहीं पा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो मार्क्स तो मिल ही जाएंगे, पास हो जाएंगे, ये इंटेंशन बन गया है. ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है सर.
देखिए रईस साहब, देखिए, सिंपली पासिंग द एग्जाम शुड नॉट बी द सोल क्राइटेरिया. बच्चों को अगर ये एहसास दिलाया जाए कि अगर तुम्हारे पास नॉलेज नहीं होगा, तुम्हारे पास मास्टरी और द कंटेंट नहीं होगी, तुम्हारे पास एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल नहीं होगी, तो तुम खाली मार्क्स लेकर के क्या करोगे. तो यू हैव टू हैव somehow devote more time, you have to learn, you have to groom yourself. अगर इस तरह की बात बताई जाएगी तो बच्चे सीखेंगे. और फिर अभी मैंने जैसा कि कहा कि ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की स्टेज है, that's why things are difficult. Slowly things will trickle down, things will settle down. और ये बच्चे जो भले आज आपको रिलैक्स लग रहे हैं, फिर एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा जब वो क्रेडिट वगैरह का ट्रांसफर और ये सारी चीजें जब और स्मूथ हो जाएंगी और ट्रांसपेरेंट हो जाएंगी, तो आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि those students will not be relaxed, rather they will be forced to work hard. And I have seen so many universities, I mean Azim Premji University and other universities, जहां पर कि बच्चे खूब मेहनत करते हैं, रात दिन मेहनत करते हैं. तो because they are quite worried about their grades, they are quite worried about the credit transfer and so many things. तो things will settle down soon. अब आपको और असाइनमेंट वगैरह भी अगर जैसे आप देते हैं तो इसमें कोशिश ये करें कि इंडिविजुअल असाइनमेंट दे. अगर पूरी क्लास को एक ही असाइनमेंट दे दिया तो एक ने एक लिख लेगा और बाकी सब लोग उससे जो है वो उसका चुरा लेंगे या नकल कर लेंगे. अगर हम थोड़ा सा सोच करके क्लेवरली दे, थोड़ा सा हमें इस पे सोचना पड़ेगा, तो आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि दे विल बी एंगेज्ड. और मोर ओवर वन थिंग दैट आई वांटेड टू से, अभी मैंने आपके सामने एक प्रेजेंटेशन दिया 1.5 घंटे का ऑलमोस्ट, एंड डेफिनेटली इट वाज द ऑनलाइन मोड प्रेजेंटेशन. आप मुझे ऑनेस्टली बताइए कि क्या मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन में आप एंगेज्ड थे कि नहीं थे?
जी सर,
एंगेज थे सर, एकदम एंगेज थे.
राइट. And why you were engaged? Simply because I was active. अगर मैं एक्टिव नहीं होता सर, तो आप लोग भी एक्टिव नहीं होते। आप लोग क्या करते, कैमरा बंद कर देते और अपना किचन में चले जाते या कहीं और चले जाते, और 1.5 घंटे के बाद फिर मुझे हाँ। तो देखिए, इन ऑर्डर टू मेक यू एक्टिव सर, आई वॉज एक्टिव। बिल्कुल सेम फिलॉसफी स्टूडेंट पे चलेगी। अगर आप ये शिकायत करते हैं कि स्टूडेंट एक्टिव नहीं है, तो कहीं ना कहीं से कमी हमारी है। हम चाहें तो एक्टिव बना सकते हैं, उनको असाइनमेंट अच्छे दें, प्रोजेक्ट के काम अच्छे दें, थोड़ा सा टाइटली चेक करें चीजों को। असाइनमेंट वगैरह जो बना के लाया उसमें कमियां बताएं कि तुमने ये सही नहीं लिखा, समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो दे विल बी एंगेज्ड। और मोर ओवर रियलाइजिंग देम कि दिस इज जस्ट अ पीस ऑफ पेपर और इसकी कोई वर्थ नहीं है बिना एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल के, बिना कम्युनिकेशन स्किल के, बिना सॉफ्ट स्किल के और बिना ज्ञान पर मास्टरी के। तो आई थिंक दे विल बी
वेरी नाइस सर। लेकिन एनईपी में 2 बार जो एग्जाम हो गया है, उससे थोड़ा हम लोग को टाइम नहीं मिल पाता है। जैसे इस सेमेस्टर में बिल्कुल ही टाइम नहीं मिल पाता है। 2-3 महीने का सेमेस्टर है, फिर अप्रैल लास्ट से एग्जाम स्टार्ट हो जाएगा।
देखिए प्रीति मैम, ये बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट है कि हमारे देश में पढ़ाई अलग और एग्जामिनेशन अलग है। हालांकि एग्जामिनेशन इज ए पार्ट ऑफ टीचिंग। प्रीति मैम, लिसनिंग टू मी?
यस सर, यस।
तो ये असल में बस अब मैं क्या कहूं कि ये कॉलोनियल सिस्टम था कि साल में 9 महीना पढ़ाए, 2 महीना छुट्टी दे दिए और कहे कि खूब एग्जामिनेशन की तैयारी करो, और 12वें महीने में एग्जामिनेशन लिया और खत्म। यानी हमने एग्जामिनेशन को अलग कर दिया, एग्जामिनेशन लेने वालों को अलग कर दिया, पढ़ाई को अलग कर दिया, पढ़ाने वालों को अलग कर दिया। What this NEP 2020 wants कि एग्जामिनेशन शुड बी ए पार्ट ऑफ द टीचिंग, और एग्जामिनेशन एक अंश है, एक हिस्सा है टीचिंग का। सब कुछ एग्जामिनेशन ड्राइवन नहीं होना चाहिए, सब कुछ एग्जामिनेशन डोमिनेटेड नहीं होना चाहिए। एग्जामिनेशन इज ए पार्ट ऑफ टीचिंग। तो अब फिर हम जब हमने सेमेस्टर सिस्टम किया है, इंटरनल इवैल्यूएशन किया है, तो धीरे धीरे करके हम स्टूडेंट्स को ये आदी बनाना चाह रहे हैं कि एवरी वीक माइट बी एन एग्जाम, एवरी मंथ माइट बी एन एग्जाम, एवरी 6 मंथ माइट बी एग्जाम, ताकि ये जो एग्जामिनेशन फोबिया है और एग्जामिनेशन जो रिटन चीजें हैं या एग्जामिनेशन का जो डोमिनेंस है वो चेक हो। लर्निंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, टीचिंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, एग्जामिनेशन इज सेकेंडरी, टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग इज प्राइमरी। दैट्स व्हाट वी वांटेड टू डू थ्रू दिस सिस्टम।
सर
राइट प्रीतिमन?
थैंक यू
सर, इसमें सेशनल जो हमने ऐड कर लिया है सर, वो भी एक कॉम्प्लिकेशन बन गया है।
क्या चीज वर्मा सर?
सेशनल मार्क्स हम दे रहे हैं, वो फ्री में मिल रहे हैं सेशनल मार्क्स।
सुनिए वर्मा सर, सेशनल जो है कोई बोझ नहीं है। देखिए, वी एट अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी, वी आर सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी, और हमारे यहाँ मतलब मेरे ख्याल से 100 साल पुरानी परंपरा है। हम टेस्ट लेते रहे हैं। एवरी टीचर कंडक्ट्स 3 टेस्ट एटलीस्ट, और फिर उस हिसाब से 3 में जो एक बेस्ट होता है हम उसको देते हैं। तो इसका पर्पस ये होता है कि वो रेगुलरली स्टडी करता रहे, रेगुलरली क्लासरूम में आता रहे, पंक्चुअलिटी उसके अंदर रहे। तो अभी भले आपको ये सेशनल थोड़ा सा भारी लग रहा हो या स्टूडेंट्स को भारी लग रहा हो, लेकिन इसका पर्पस ये है टू इंश्योर रेगुलरिटी, टू इंश्योर पंक्चुअलिटी एंड टू इंश्योर दैट रेगुलरली दे आर स्टडिंग। तो थिंग्स विल सेटल डाउन, थोड़ा सा टाइम और लगेगा क्योंकि ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एक सिस्टम से दूसरे सिस्टम में, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर फेसिंग डिफिकल्टी। वर्मा सर,
तो सर ठीक है, लेकिन हमने भी सर सेशनल सिस्टम में आईआईटी में पढ़ा तो वहां माहौल अच्छा था, लेकिन ये साकेत कॉलेज अयोध्या की बात करें सर, यहाँ बच्चों की संख्या बहुत ज्यादा है, हम इसको मैनेज नहीं कर पाते हैं।
देखिए वर्मा सर, डोंट कंपेयर आईआईटी विद साकेत, दोनों में बहुत फर्क है। आईआईटी में बच्चे बहुत कम है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत अच्छा है, रिसोर्सेज बहुत ज्यादा है, और सारे बच्चे करियर ओरिएंटेड हैं। साकेत में बहुत कम ही करियर ओरिएंटेड होंगे, ज्यादातर नेतागिरी में आए होंगे, या माँ बाप ने कहा होगा जॉब ये कर लो, बीएससी कर लो, समथिंग लाइक दैट। और ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, 1000 ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर इन साकेत। मैं साकेत कॉलेज गया हूँ, मैंने देखा है उसको। तो हाँ, तो आप कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते बहरहाल, लेकिन एक बार जब ट्रेंड डेवलप हो जाएगा तो थिंग्स विल बी बेटर।
लेकिन सर इसमें जो ट्रेंड डेवलप हुआ दैट इज वेरी बैड।
राजेश सर, वो इम्प्रूव हो जाएगा।
चलिए अब क्योंकि
बच्चों की संख्या क्लास में एकदम घटती जा रही है।
सेम थिंग आई वाज सेइंग।
हाँ, तो अब क्या आप लोग अटेंडेंस को कोई वेटेज नहीं देते हैं इवैल्यूएशन में?
सर अटेंडेंस को वेटेज देते हैं सर, बच्चे क्लास में रहते नहीं, हम वेटेज किसको दें?
सर क्लास इंटरेक्टिंग होगी,
250 बच्चे हमारी क्लास में एनरोल्ड है, 12 बच्चे मौजूद थे, बताइए कैसे एनरोल करें इनको, क्या वेटेज दें?
देखिए सुनिए वर्मा सर, जो 7, 8, 10 जो भी आ रहे हैं ना, आप उनको खूब दिलो जान से पढ़ाइए।
नहीं सर, उनको हम दिलो जान से पढ़ा रहे हैं, बहुत कायदे से पढ़ा, वो तो पढ़ भी रहे हैं, लेकिन दिक्कत इस बात जो सेशनल हमने ऐड कर दिया, वो बच्चे क्लास में एब्सेंट पाए जा रहे हैं।
सेशनल के डर की वजह से?
नहीं, सेशनल डर में सर 25 में 25 उनको मिल जाते, पास होने को 33 चाहिए 100 में, और 75 में से 10 नंबर पा गए, पास हो गए।
सेम थिंग सर, मार्कोलॉजी जो चल रही है, मार्कोलॉजी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है सर।
ये भी शिक्षा नीति की दिक्कत है।
देखिए ऐसा है कि हमने जो भी चीज प्लान किया था वो तो जाहिर सी बात है आइडियल कंडीशंस को ध्यान में रख के किया था। अब ये सारी विसंगतियां या ये सारी दिक्कतें जो आ रही हैं, तो इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट कि वी आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट इट, और देयर आर वेरियस प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन, यूजीसी और बहुत सारे फोरम्स हैं जहां पर इस तरह से आप जैसे लोग, आप जैसे शिक्षक, आप जैसे विद्वान आते हैं, अपनी समस्याएं रखते हैं और कोशिश की जा रही है कि एक एक करके इन समस्याओं का समाधान हो। बहरहाल इट विल बी टेकिंग टाइम, लेकिन मैं बिल्कुल मायूस नहीं हूं।
1 मिनट सर, नई शिक्षा नीति सर वोकेशनल कोर्स जो रखा है इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन एकदम जीरो है।
सही बात
है।
अब देखिए अभी आपको ऐसा लग रहा है
टीचर ही नहीं है सर वोकेशनल के लिए, फिर
इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग भी
ना हमारे पास लेस मशीन ना आर के बिल्डिंग की कोई व्यवस्था, हमको टीचर को पहले बैठ किया जाए, कॉलेज कोई ऐसी व्यवस्था नहीं, कहाँ से करें
सर? जहाँ पर पीजी कॉलेज है, जैसे सब्जेक्ट में पीजी है उसमें भी एक ही टीचर है। आप बताइए सर, बीएससी एमएससी एक ही टीचर कैसे पढ़ा सकता है?
बिल्कुल
जी।
अब एक टीचर 32 पेपर पढ़ा देगा सर? बताइए, वो तो 4 साल में नहीं पढ़ा पाएगा 32 पेपर,
नहीं पढ़ा पाएगा।
बस बोले। बहरहाल ये सारी बातें जो आप लोगों से हुई, तो मैंने इससे बहुत सारी चीजें सीखा। डेफिनेटली वी वर्क इन सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी, आप लोग कॉलेजेस में हैं, एफिलिएटेड कॉलेजेस में, तो वहाँ की समस्याएं कुछ और बहरहाल, लेकिन आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि थिंग्स विल बी रिजॉल्व days to come. So thank you very much for listening to me, और बहुत अच्छा इंटरेक्शन आप लोगों ने मेरे साथ किया।
साजिद सर, मैं एक बात और ऐड करना चाह रही हूँ। आपने इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस वो डेवलपमेंट की बात कही है सर, ये भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, और इससे मुझे एक केस स्टडी याद आ रही है, मैं चाहती हूँ शेयर करूँ। क्या सर मैं कर सकती हूँ सर?
करिए जी।
सर मैंने ये सुना था कि एक स्टूडेंट था, वो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट था थ्रू आउट फर्स्ट डिवीजन, उसने कभी भी सेकंड डिवीजन होल्ड नहीं किया क्लास में, थ्रू आउट फर्स्ट डिवीजन उसने एमएससी की, उसके बाद पीएचडी की, और उसे आउट ऑफ द कंट्री उसे एक अच्छी जॉब भी मिल गई सर। तो उसने कभी भी फेलियर को देखा ही नहीं, ना उसका कभी माइंडसेट या ऐसा कुछ मिला कि वो उसको एक्सेप्ट कर सके। फिर कोरोना काल में जब उसकी जॉब गई सर, तो उसने विद होल फैमिली उसने सुसाइड किया था सर। तो ये चीज भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि टीचर्स सक्सेस के साथ साथ फेलियर्स को कैसे एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए, उसको कैसे ओवरकम करना चाहिए, ये भी हमें सिखाना है। रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम में हम क्या फेस करने जा रहे हैं, केवल मार्क्स, केवल इंटेलिजेंस को देके, क्योंकि उसकी लाइफ परफेक्ट थी सर, क्योंकि उसकी जॉब अच्छी लगी, उसके फैमिली अच्छी थी, परफेक्ट फैमिली, परफेक्ट एजुकेशन, परफेक्ट जॉब, बट वो कोरोना काल की वजह से वो जॉब जब गई तो वो सिचुएशन को समझ ही नहीं पाया कि उसे हैंडल कैसे करे, तो उसने विद फैमिली उसने सुसाइड किया था सर। तो ये चीज भी मैं टीचर्स को इनकरेज करना चाहती हूँ।
देखिए हमेशा एज ए टीचर हमको अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ये बताना चाहिए कि गेटिंग सक्सेस इज ऑलवेज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, रादर स्ट्रगलिंग इज। तो अगर आप देखें नेल्सन मंडेला जो साउथ अफ्रीका के प्रेसिडेंट थे, वो 1963 में उन्हें वहां की सरकार ने जेल में बंद किया था और 27 सालों के बाद वो जेल से निकले थे। लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो उनका करियर खत्म हो गया है। जिन लोगों ने जेल में बंद किया था उनको कोई नहीं जानता, लेकिन नेल्सन मंडेला को और कोई जानता है, बिकॉज ही स्ट्रगल एंड फाइनली ही गॉट द अचीवमेंट। तो ये सारी चीजें हैं बहरहाल ये होलिस्टिक एजुकेशन के हवाले से। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम फॉर शेयरिंग दिस। तो तिवारी सर मेरे ख्याल से
जी सर थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। ये सच में बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और इंटरेक्टिंग रहा है। इनफैक्ट मैं भी इस सेशन को बहुत एंजॉय करा, और डेफिनेट सी बात है, आपका कहना बिल्कुल सही था कि जो बच्चे हैं वो मेंटली डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं। अगर उनका अचीवमेंट उन्हें मिल रहा था और एक टाइम के बाद वो अचीवमेंट नहीं मिलेगा, दे आर फेसिंग सम प्रॉब्लम, तो उन्हें मेंटली स्टेबल होना बहुत जरूरी है। सक्सेस हर किसी को मिले जरूरी नहीं है, बट जो भी मिल रहा है वो आपके लिए नेचर ने बेटर चुना होगा, वो आपको मिल रहा होता है। नेचर ने आपके लिए कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा चुना होता है जो आपको कभी भी फेल नहीं होने देगा। आप उतना ही डिजर्व करते हैं, उतना ही आपको मिल रहा है, पर उसे एक्सेप्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है। और आजकल के बच्चों में वो बहुत ज्यादा देखने को मिलता है, वो एक्सेप्ट करते ही नहीं है। उनको लगता है कि वी कैन डू एवरीथिंग, वी कैन डू, ऑब्वियसली वी कैन डू एवरीथिंग, बट ईच एंड एवरीथिंग हैव अ लिमिटेशंस। हर किसी का एक दायरा है, हर एक की लिमिटेशन है, तो उसके बियॉन्ड भी वो सोचना है, बट उसको एकदम हावी नहीं होने देना है कि वो ही कर पाएंगे और कोई नहीं कर सकता. तो सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दिस वंडरफुल टॉक. वी ऑल आर एंजॉयिंग योर टॉक एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, sir.
wonderful talk.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Sajid Jamal Sahab. Thank you very much
Thank you
for this informative and interactive session, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rathod sir.
आपने बहुत अच्छा इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया टीचर्स के साथ में.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
आपने
Thank you, sir.
एक मिनट में अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूँ.
जी.
सर ने आज हमारे पूरे टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को कंसंट्रेट यहाँ पर कर दिया कि टीचर एजुकेशन इज ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग इनटू स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक एजुकेशन, है ना. तो अब इस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में, इस सिनेरियो में हमें थोड़ी दिक्कत आ रही है. सर ने कहा एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. ब्रिज कोर्स से हम 3 इयर्स के कोर्स में मतलब किस तरीके से 2 इयर्स से ब्रिज कोर्स में आए और ब्रिज कोर्स से फिर 4 ईयर में जा रहे हैं, तो हमें थोड़ा सा इस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में एडजस्ट करना तो पड़ेगा ही. बाकी सर ने एक बात और अच्छी कही कि जो एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम है वो इंडियन सिस्टम नहीं है. ये हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति में एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम नाम की कोई चीज नहीं होती थी. ये मैकॉले नीति में ही ये एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम हुआ. और मुझे लगता है कि नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 के इस पॉलिसी में धीरे धीरे एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम कोलैप्स करेगा, जिसके लिए हम सबके ऊपर जिम्मेवारी है. धन्यवाद सर, आपने बहुत अच्छा सेशन दिया है और आपके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने इतना अच्छा नॉलेज गेन किया है. हम सेकंड सेशन में 4 बजे जुड़ेंगे. उसके बाद 5:30 बजे हमारा वैलिडिटी सेशन होगा. आप सभी लोग जुड़े रहेंगे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rathod sir? Nice word. Hello? Yes, sir. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay.